everybody, I'm Janice Wright and welcome to my journey. Today I'm going to show you how to make my version of my mama's pozole. I'm going to make it with chicken instead of the traditional pork. I'm going to make it with chicken breast, and it's going to be 1 point per serving. The only point coming from the seasoning that I'm using in it, but it is super delicious. And if you're looking something to switch up the next Taco Tuesday or Mexican night, this is a great dish. So let me get this turned around and we'll get started. Thanks for joining along. Alright, we're going to start off by our Instapot here, and I got 4 cups of water in here. Now if you have chicken broth, use 1 4-cup carton of chicken broth. But I'm doing 4 cups of water, and I'm going to do enough of this bouillon powder to equivalent that. Okay, mixy. We are also going to use 2 of these tomato chicken bouillon cubes. We are also going to add 1 Sazon packet. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you get the gist. We're going to use 2 bay leaves. We are also going to use a bunch of oregano. It's probably about 2 tablespoons worth. Now for this healthier version of pozole, we are actually going to use this menudo spice mix. Now, I find this at my local meat market, but if you can't find it, you can use any sort of menudo seasoning. But I'm using half a jar of this, which is about 2 ounces. And we're going to add that right into our broth. We're going to boil the chicken. By the time this is all said and done, it's going to make a huge pot. It's going to be at least probably 10-12 bowls. And it's going to end up being 1 point per serving. We got our boneless, skinless chicken breast here. I just have a big family pack of the Tyson. We're going to add 3 breasts. 1, 2, 3. I had already started my Instapot, so hopefully it doesn't give me trouble shutting the lid, but we are just going to add our 3 breasts right down in the pot. And depending on how big your breasts are, you can add another one, but I think 3 should be okay for what I'm doing. Okay, and you're just going to want to make sure the chicken breasts are down in your liquid to be submerged, and that way they really absorb and soak up that flavor while we're cooking it so we can shred it up. Okay, I got it in the sealing position, and all I did was hit the meat button, so it was on high pressure for 20 minutes. Next, I'm going to take 1 large onion. I'm going to peel it and dice it up. I'm going to take about 5 cloves of garlic, and you can just leave them whole. And then I'm going to take about 4 to 5 of these peppers. We're going to take the stem off and take the seeds out. They are dehydrated. Okay, next I'm going to take about 5 cloves of fresh garlic, and you just peel it. You don't need to chop it or anything, just peel the cloves. And then 1 really large onion, and I'm not even going to try and say it, but you want 5 of these dehydrated peppers, about 4 to 5. And you're going to just kind of break the stem off. You can break them in half or however you want to do it, but you're just going to break the stem off, and you're going to want to get all of the seeds, or the majority of the seeds, out of the pot. I don't know if you can see it good on the camera here. Hopefully you can, but you are just going to kind of get all the seeds out. Split it in half a little bit, be easier. Hear my Instapot whistling, almost sealing in the background here. There you go. And then you just want the guts of the dehydrated pepper. And I got a big pot, I'll show you in a second, on the side right here. And you're just going to get all of your peppers, and everything in the pot. Kind of break the stem off. Slide your thumb or your finger up through there, or a knife if you want to do so. And just kind of open it up, break it in half. Of course, it ain't cooperating with me now, but I'm just going to kind of dump all the seeds out, like so. There we go. I just got them sitting here in my big pot on the stove, and we are going to boil them with 2 cups of water. I'm going to throw in the 5 garlic cloves and the diced onion as well. Alright, when I cut and dice up my onion, I like to just cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then cut it directly in half. And then I lay the flat side down, and then I cut it into slices like so. And then just take it to the other side. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to end up pureeing this mixture that we're boiling right now anyway. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just smaller. So I'm going to finish peeling up the rest of this and get my garlic in the pot. My 5 garlic cloves here. I just like to crush it with the palm of my hand and peel all the wrappers off like so. There we go. Throw that in our pot. Alright, I got my big Dutch oven pan on the stove, and I only have 2 cups of liquid in here, so I'm probably going to add another cup of liquid. I just don't want to add too much yet, but and I do have 5 peppers in here with the diced up onion and the 5 garlic cloves. And we're just boiling it to pretty much rehydrate the dehydrated peppers. And then once everything is cooked through, we are going to take my little blender and we are going to blend it all up and puree it until it is smooth. Alright, I added 1 more cup of water, so I have 3 cups of water total in here, 5 dehydrated peppers, 1 large onion diced, and 5 whole cloves of garlic. And we are just going to bring this to a boil. I got it all boiling. I just got I think it's called immersion blender, and I am just going to blend it all up and smooth it out. Don't know if you can see too good with all the steam, but everything is all pureed. You got this deep red color and it's beautiful. Alright, we got the chicken done in the Instapot, this beautiful red tint to it. I'm just taking it out, putting it on a plate to the side so I can shred up that meat. All of this beautiful liquid we're going to mix in with the peppers after we take out our 2 bay leaves. Alright, we got our pepper and onion mixture still boiling over here, and I'm just adding in the liquid the chicken boiled in. Now, I did add my chicken back into my empty Instapot just because I have this little meat chopper tool. Now, if you didn't want to do it like this, you could just use a blender, a hand mixer blender, not an immersion. I can't even talk today. Good Lord. Anyways, I actually found this at Dollar Tree for $1, but Walmart sells them. I've seen them other places too. So this is a really simple way to shred up and chop up ground meat or chicken or anything like that. So I'm going to shred up the chicken and then I'm going to add that to my big pot. Alright, Got it all shredded up. I'm going to add this back to the pot. All right, I got the chicken added back to the pot, and we are going to add 3 cans of 3 25-ounce cans of hominy. I'm going to rinse this and drain the can, and I'm going to add that in. I'll be right back. Okay, I got all my drained and rinsed hominy going in. Gonna be so yummy. And this is definitely a delicious dish. If you're looking to spice up your next Mexican night or your next Taco Tuesday. Here we go. And I'm just going to mix this all together, and we are going to simmer it on low, just so the hominy can soak up all that juice and really blend those flavors together. So we're going to let that do its thing. I'm going to shred up some cabbage. So when we get our bowl, this is the way my mama does it. This whole recipe right here is inspired by my mom. She obviously doesn't do it the Weight Watcher healthier version way though. This is just a healthier twist on her recipe. So, shout out to you, mama. Anyways, she likes to shred up cabbage. When she gets her bowl of the pozole, she puts shredded cabbage and then some pico de gallo on top. And she eats it just like that. I'm going to do that, but sorry, camera cut off on me. But anyways, so I'm going to serve it just like that with shredded cabbage on top and then pico de gallo, but I'm also going to offer tortilla chips with it. And I have tamales that I bought from a local Mexican store. And I'm going to serve my healthier version of chicken pozole with tamales. So I will show you what my finished serving plate looks like when it's all done. There we go, guys. Okay, so I let it simmer on the stove on low heat for probably about an hour, just so the hominy can warm up, cook the way through, all the way through, and so those flavors can really meld together, I guess. And try and get you a good picture of it. May not look like much, but it's so good. And I'm cheating a little bit here. I didn't cut up my own cabbage. I bought pre-shredded cabbage. Either way, it's 0 points. So a serving of this is 1 point. And the only reason being for spices and seasonings that I put in it. Now, if you're one that doesn't count seasonings and spices, like me personally, I usually don't unless I know it's got a lot of sugar in it. So we're just going to put a handful of cabbage right on top. So I usually don't count seasoning and spices unless I know it has a bunch of sugar in it. So depending if you count spices or not, it's 0 to 1 point. But I'm going to go ahead and count it as 1 point because that's what the recipe builder said. So, and I bought store-bought pico de gallo, but that's another thing too. Super easy and simple to make. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I am going to serve mine with some bite-size. See if I can get in the camera here. We got the bite-sized Tostitos chips. And there we go, my friends. Our Weight Watcher friendly, healthy version of Mama's Chicken Pozole. 1 point. This is definitely some comfort food right there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please give me some love and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more. Comment below with any tips, ideas, or anything you'd like to share. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy. Okay, this is how I'm serving it. Cabbage on top with some pico de gallo, tamale, and a few tortilla chips. But the soup itself is only 1 point. Enjoy, friends. Don't stop. Don't